Still on the line of the alerts we're raising from Ninas concerning what's going on, particularly this push to election 2023. The men of God in the land, the general overseers, the presiding pastors, the bishops across the length and breadth of Nigeria. This is death coming to your congregation. And all of those who are asking people to go to get PVC, talking about how millions of votes could be secured, talking about how better leadership could emerge under an election that will be conducted by those who are invading us and trying to conquer us, in which the constitution by which the winner will govern guarantees all of what we're trying to run away from. This broadcast is for the attention of the church leaders in Nigeria. The election 2023 is the strategic plan of the enemy to save the life of the constitution that we have defeated. That's what is at stake. We go to the election, that constitution survives. The caliphate carries on with its conquest, having another 4 years. If we're able to stop the journey to the election, that constitution goes down, and our people are free from that bondage, because we'll be going only to transition, going to referendum to decide a new thing, what we do with our sovereignties that will have been freed from the collapse of that constitution. There's no other thing at stake than whether we go to the election to sustain the caliphate-owned Nigeria, the apartheid Nigeria, or we shut down the journey to the election to free our people from the bondage that has lasted over 100 years already. And so, anybody who sees this video should please make sure that it gets to Pastor Enoch Adeboye, because we saw what he preached on a few days ago, last Sunday precisely, where he was inviting people to go and get their PVC. That PVC will be printed and distributed by the Fulani. The INEC that will manage the entire election is controlled 100% by the same people. They are the ones who do the delineations. They know where they put figures and where they remove figures. They are in control of the armed forces and the police that will, carry ballot boxes around. No matter what you do, they are in control of the two parties. The candidates should be as they process. So if they all go to one party where they converge to be sure that that party wins, and they go leave another party, the APC, for instance, is now an empty shell. Like they turned PDP into an empty shell in 2015. They've moved again. There will be a Fulani candidate for you to know the outcome of the end point of that election. They've moved to where they want to converge and aggregate PDP. The candidate in that platform will be a Fulani candidate. In the south, where they've zoned PDP, APC chairman, presidency slots to, they have moved away from that party, and it's just an empty shell of what used to be the ruling party for now, but they've moved there. We saw Tambuwal. Those who haven't seen the video where Tambuwal was telling his fellow governors about how they did a similar thing in 2015 should please look for that video and see it. We're not just making it up. They've moved to where they want to be. They're going to leave an empty shell of APC to whoever they give the so whichever ticket you get outside these two, you're just deceiving yourself. And so, but what is the strategic objective of going to election at this time, when the flock that is in danger of death is saying this constitution cannot be basis of another election, so that we can go and sort out, we can stop the invasion. There's no other solution to that invasion than to delegitimize the presence of the invaders in our space. As long as we're in this union, under this constitution, those people are entitled to be in your space, in your backyard. And if they are the only ones who can carry gun when you can't touch gun, you are just laying yourself on the table to be slaughtered. And those who are inviting people to come to election that will validate for another 4 years, that bad situation, are actually inviting them to death. As it is for Pastor Adeboye, let this video be made available. Let those who have access to Oyedepo, David Oyedepo, should see this video. Ibiyome in Port Harcourt should see this video. Paul Enenche in Abuja should see this video. Michael Konkwo should see this video. Zili Agri should see this video. And all of Umaupai, Umuyo should see this video. Pastor Adefarashi, who already agreed with us that the Nigeria is a scam under this fraudulent constitution. I don't know where election comes in solving this problem. He should be made to see this video. All the men of God in the land who are inviting people to go and get their PVC, the Christian Association of Nigeria should see this video. You are inviting the flock to their death. The men of God in Nigeria who are asking people to come to election 2023, you are inviting your flock to their death. We are prepared to come once more to come to explain to you in private. We've done a lot of that across the last 15 years. You are inviting them to their death. That constitution is the reason they are being killed. We have an opportunity to overcome that constitution and stop the killings. You are inviting them to their death in asking them to come and join those who desperately want to revalidate the life of that constitution. That's what you are doing. The flock, those who will be killed, those in that congregation that go to look up to these men of God who are supposed to be looking out for them. I don't want to talk about Bakare. We can see he's lost his mind completely. I don't want to talk about where the other ones in between just playing pranks. Godelo and co. But let us, Kumuyi, Pastor W.F. Kumuyi, should see this video. The people you are inviting to come to get PVC and go to election, you are inviting them to their death. If you want explanation, we will give express, priority to coming to explain. This is an urgent issue of life and death. We don't know how else to say it, because in the days ahead, things may break down further. Things will snap. Things will surely snap because people are being killed. Even the politicians who are going to contest that election, let this video be made available to people like P2B, Kingsley Mogalo, all of them from the south. Tinubu, everybody who has gone to buy form to contest election from the south and middle belt. The chairman of the party of PDP, Yoshayu, they are slaughtering your people in Benue and all across the middle belt. All you are concerned about is how to go to another election when we have something that can stop that slaughter. Look at what the governor in Benue tried to do. Everybody is going in the opposite direction. Samuel Otom has done his best to stop the slaughter. But what he needs to succeed in stopping that slaughter is to get this constitution down, defeat this constitution to prevent to reverse that movement to our spaces by people who are coming from across the border. That's what is at issue. The Fulani wants to conquer you. That constitution is the reason they're able to do that. They need more time to finish the conquest. The only way they can get that more time is to drag you to election. Is there anything difficult to understand in all of this? And we're not anarchists. We say, let us do like South Africa did in 1990 with apartheid constitution. Let us stop now and use the balance of the tenure to go to work out what will replace what we are rejecting. We're not anarchists. We're not quarreling with those in government house. We have no quarrel with them. The discussion we're having now is above their head. It's a discussion amongst the owners of the enterprise. Like a company, the shareholders are meeting to discuss the affairs of their company, the memo and articles of their company that have been supplanted by one imposed by the management they hired. That's what happened to us. The constitution by which we agreed to be one union had been overtaken, had been overthrown by this enemy that is now invading us with our borders thrown open, our sovereignty have been compromised. And if we do nothing, they're already moving. They are not going to stop. They only need more time. And we are the ones offering them that more time. If we decide to go to election with them, the men of God in the land, the candidates in the election, the proprietors of political party, everybody who knows anybody amongst them should get them to see this video, because when things snap, those who are the receiving end, those who are being killed, they won't be looking for Fulani or anybody from afar. They will be looking for those who lure them into that trap. They will be looking for the people from their part who are, going to this election, whether they're in PDP or APC or ABGA. All of the political parties subscribe to that constitution. The day after the election, the winner will swear to govern by that constitution. So we are back to where we are running away from. The guns will still be where they are. The assets will still be where they are detained. The security will still be where it is. The quota system will still be where it is. 75% of the asset, the income on the table will still be in the hands of those who control the majority of the 704 local government areas. Everything can only get worse. For every day we keep that constitution, we're inviting more and more calamity upon our people. Let us, for once, stop whatever we are doing. Stop whatever ignorance, that has brought us to where we are playing the script of the enemy. I think we can leave it there.